Hi everyone, Jeremy here from Video Studio. In this video, I'll share with you everything you need to know to get started with the free starter pack for DaVinci Resolve. I'll cover how to install the pack and where to find the asset, show you how to optimize performances for optimal workflows, and finally, how you can modify and customize them to fit your project perfectly. You can download the pack with the link in the description below, along with a more in-depth tutorial on how to get the most out of the pack. So if you're ready, let's get into it. You can download the pack with the link in the description below. Just enter your email and we'll send the pack directly to your inbox. After downloading your pack, you'll get a zip file. Double-click on the zip file to unzip it, which will give you a folder. In that folder, you'll find a couple of things: the installation instruction, the license, the drfx file for DaVinci Resolve, and the font used to create the assets. Start by installing the fonts. Without them, DaVinci Resolve will not know which font to use, which can result in a black screen when you drag your title onto the timeline. To install the font, simply go to the font folder. If you're on Mac, just select all the font and double-click on them. This will open a window asking if you wanted to install the font. Select Install. If you're on Windows, same thing. Just select all the fonts and then right-click and select Install. Alternatively, you can drag or copy and paste the font directly into your computer fonts folder. Once the fonts are installed, double-click on the drfx file to install the pack. This process is the same for both Mac and Windows. This will open DaVinci Resolve, if not already, and prompt open a window asking if you want to install the pack. Select Install. Once in DaVinci Resolve, you'll find all of the assets in the effect library of the edit page. Most of the assets are under the title section, and we have some as well in the effect section. So if you go over to Video Studio and then you scroll down, you'll find the free starter pack with 19 different categories that you can choose from. Additionally, as I mentioned, you can go over to the effect section and you'll be able to find right here the free starter pack as well, with a few effects that you can choose from. The free starter pack now contains over 300 different assets for DaVinci Resolve. You can use them for any project, whether it's for personal or professional use. There is no limitation on them. They are copyright free, so use them as much as you want. We've basically updated all of the previous assets that were in the free starter pack, so they are now all working with vertical timeline automatically. We also updated the performances a bit, and we've added to that a bunch of new assets. So the pack should now be as complete as it can be for you to start creating your first edit without any issue and without feeling limited with the toolkit that you have at your disposal. All of the assets are easy to use and drag and drop directly from the edit page. You can just take them and bring them directly to your timeline. You will have the animation in and the animation out. You can also adjust the length of the title very easily like this, but additionally, you can also control the actual length of the animation. So right now the animation is taking 1 second to complete for the animation in, but we can have that being longer by selecting 3 seconds, for example, instead. And now if we play it, the animation will complete in 3 seconds. You can do that both for the animation in and the animation out. At any moment, if you want to reset any parameter, you can just double click on it and it will reset that to the default value. We also have control over the animation in and animation out style. Right now, by default, it's fade in for this title, but we could go over here and open that drop down. And here we can see that we have a bunch of options. We have fade in, slide down, slide up, pan right, pan left, zoom out, and zoom in. We could select here, for example, slide down. And now if we play it, we'll see that the animation has changed and is coming from the top. We can also adjust the intensity of that movement. So right now, if we adjust the animation intensity to, for example, 0.5, as you can see, the movement is going to be amplified. And if we reduce it, we're going to have a movement that is a lot more subtle. Most of the titles in this pack will share exactly those exact animation control. Also, all of them will have a global size and position. So here you can fine-tune the overall size of your title and the position of that title. Just keep in mind that this is a global adjustment and it will basically rasterize your composition. So if you were to upscale that by a lot, you might see, a bit of loss in resolution. So generally always try to upscale any element at the source level, not at the global level. Otherwise, you might lose sharpness into each of the elements. But this is perfect to adjust the size and position of the entire composition very quickly and easily. And then lastly, you'll find the other drop-down that are generally specific to the title, and that might differ depending on the style and type of title that you're using. I will have a more in-depth tutorial link in the description below if you wanted to dig deeper into each of those functionalities for each of the different categories. All of the titles are working in any frame rate and any resolution, meaning that it will work just fine in HD, 4K or 8K resolution, but also that if you were to use them for social media content in vertical timeline like this, for reels, short stories, etc., well, it will work automatically as well. Before you had to use a compound clip, but now if you just play it, as you can see, it's not stretching or compressing or anything. Sometimes it might just pick outside of the bottle a little bit, so just readjust the size to make it fit perfectly, and it will work just fine. And that will be the case for any of the assets in this pack. We basically develop our own expression that now automatically adapt all of the title to vertical timeline resolutions. We've done our best to optimize the performance of the title so you can get real-time playback out of the box, but obviously sometimes some titles are just harder to play than others based on the complexity of that title. This one, for example, only got 3 text and there is not that many moving pieces within it. If you compare that to something like an infographic title, for example, if we were to use that bar chart and play it right now, you're gonna drop a few frames right away when you play it, because there is just so many more component that goes into it, and to have also that degree of flexibility into adjusting the bars and the timing, etc. It does require the use of quite a few expressions and quite a few scripts, and obviously that cannot tank the playback out of the box. There is simply no way around that. Just the more complex a title will be, the harder it will be to play. But the workaround is simply to go over to playback and then switch here the render cache from none to smart. What it will do essentially is bringing those red bar right above your titles, and those red bars gonna turn from red to blue, and when it's fully blue, that means the title has been fully cached in and you will be able to get real-time playback. So as you can see, the bar is fully blue. If I were to play that title again, we're not gonna drop any frame and we're gonna get smooth playback. Now, I would just like to share a couple of tips that can come in handy. So if you're using a title quite often and you want to save that customization, what you could do is simply here make the modification to your title. So we could change here the color to blue instead of red, for example. We can then change the text right here. We're just gonna write DaVinci Resolve. And let's say we want to save that. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the power bins. We're gonna go over to media pool, and then here, if you don't already have your power bins, just go and right click here and select show power bins. That will just show your power bins right at the bottom of the media pool, and basically then you can create whatever folder you want. So let's create a new bin, and we're gonna say asset number 1, and now I can just go to that folder, take my asset, bring it in, and whenever we want in any of our projects in DaVinci Resolve, we can just go to that power bin and then take that asset and reuse it. And that's gonna work across project. That means that's gonna work for the entire library that you have for DaVinci Resolve, not only the project that you are in. Also, if you want to completely remove the animation in or the animation out, or simply you want to keep the static title without any of the animation, here is what I would recommend. So simply adapt the title, to whatever length you need. Then you can right click on it and you can create a new compound clip. Then if you need to delete the animation in, just make a cut and delete the beginning of the title. And if you need to delete the animation out, just go towards the end and delete the end of that title. Now you will be left with just a static title if that's something that you might need to use. Just be aware that if you were to stretch either side, well, obviously the animation will come back. So if you really need to use something static, what I would highly recommend is simply to select then your compound clip and then go over to your inspector, go to speed change, and then here select the freeze button. That basically gonna freeze that entire compound clip, and you can now extend it for whatever length you want, and you will have no animation at all. Generally, you should be able to modify everything that you see in your viewer directly here in the inspector of the edit page. But if for whatever reason that's not the case, or you need more granular control, you can always click here on the Fusion button and open that entire composition directly here in the Fusion page. There you'll see exactly how that title has been constructed, and you'll have access to every individual node if you need to make any modification to that. If you want to uninstall the pack, all you have to do is go over to the Fusion page, and then in your FX library, go to the template section, right click on it. It might take a second to load depending on how many drfx files you have installed on your computer, and then you can just select show folder. It will just bring you directly to the folder where all of the drfx files are installed, and you can then just delete the free starter pack, and when you'll restart DaVinci Resolve, the pack will be deleted. Alright, that's everything you need to know to get started with the free starter pack. If not done already, you can download it with the link in the description below. I will also link to a more in-depth tutorial where I show you all of the assets inside of this pack. A lot of work went into it, so I hope it will be useful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.